What's up, y'all? I'm your co-host, Kales,
And it's Dre.
and this is
Vibes from the South.
Week 4.
Oh,
Week 4, man. We here,
yeah.
man.
Yes,
Consistency
Sasuke.
been going, man. First off, we want to just give a shout out to everybody that's been tuned in with us since the start of this. We appreciate all the likes, the comments, and the subscribers.
Appreciate it.
From the YouTube to the Instagram, man. Y'all see what we talking about, man. It's all about the messages to the youth, and we just want to keep it going. So, with Week 4, we're going to talk about accountability.
Yeah.
Something that, a lot of us deal with on a positive note, and a lot of us also lack.
Yep.
But we're here to just touch on the importance of accountability. So, starting off, I'm going to start off with the definition. So, accountability. Accountability is the process of being held to a certain standard of excellence. It is the idea that an individual is responsible for their actions. So, accountability.
Mhm.
We all have to take accountability for all our actions. And
No
so,
matter what you do.
I feel like in today's society, a lot of people tend to be afraid of accountability.
Yeah.
That's
a lot. Yeah, we lack accountability throughout the whole culture, like overall, whether it's male or female.
Definitely. And I feel like accountability is something that you have to also grow to understand.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, like I can say myself, like growing up, I used to lack accountability, like especially in my teenage years when I was just growing up, not really understanding too much, just trying to,
live life.
Live life, you know what I'm saying? Like, and accountability, it goes in a funny way too. Like, when you were in school, you had those group projects, and you got that one person in the group that ain't really do that much and want to take the most credit for the grade. You know what I'm saying? So that's an example right there of lack of accountability because, as we all know, the saying, teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to take accountability of your actions, no matter what your role is. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of a restaurant, from the chef to the dishwasher, everybody got to take accountability. Everyone has that role.
As a role, yep. I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like our biggest thing, because I'm gonna include myself too.
Yeah.
Is like nobody wants to be wrong.
Right.
Like nobody wants to be wrong
at all.
And I mean that's cool, but with you not wanting to be wrong, like what are you doing or what moves are you making to not be right or cover yourself, but to be in the clear, like for nothing to for you not to take accountability. Like, are you already taking initiative on your accountability, on your actions, no matter the situation before it even plays a part?
Right.
So I just feel like a lot of people don't want to be wrong, and that's our biggest thing.
Definitely. So why people lack accountabilities? One of the reasons we would say they don't realize how important they are. So touching back on what I said on the restaurant. So regardless of who you are in a restaurant, everyone has a major role to keep this restaurant's image upscale.
Mhm.
Like I'm sure with 5-star restaurants, everyone's on point. Everyone knows that like when they have like the pyramid, everyone has a clear understanding of what exactly they have to do.
Yeah.
But oftentimes people try to, I guess undercut themselves because of the role and the title, and more so not looking at the big picture, the outcome of this is what I have to do to keep the business this way. So some people they
selfish.
They feel disconnected with more so like their purpose, and they don't realize how important, like I said, their role is.
Yeah. Because like you said, it's a team. It's a teamwork that make the dream work. And I mean, regardless of what you're doing, whether that's your business, making your business great, or making somebody else's business great, it requires a team. So at the end of the day, everybody has a role. Everybody has to take accountability of their role, and everybody has to take accountability of their role, and the actions that come with it. Whether you do or don't. So
Definitely.
I mean, that plays a big part.
Definitely. And also in school and life, like especially when you have siblings, you have to take accountability of being that older sibling. I don't know if anyone here or watching is like has an older sibling or is the older sibling, but the accountability that you have to take when your parents ask you, can you watch your sister, can you watch your brother? The accountability that you have to take, regardless of what you got going on. Oftentimes we don't think about the outcomes and how important like long-term things are. Like our short-term decisions affect us a lot in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So it's like another thing people don't realize and why they lack accountability is because they don't see others modeling accountability. So more so like your environment. So if you're around an environment where you see a lot of people just getting off, like they have this high title, but they just getting off, and they not really putting as much work in. If you're not a strong-minded person, you think that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just thinking like, nah, I gotta be me, regardless of what that person doing. I know he getting off. That's why people always say you always want to have like a strong environment around you.
Right.
You don't want to become a bad environment. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around people that's gonna take accountability, take ownership, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all know accountability is both good and bad. But then you gotta just keep going. You don't just gotta when you take accountability for something, you don't get the results that you want. You can't just think like, oh, this is just the end of the world. Like this is it. Like I ain't gonna be nothing, man. Like nah, you take accountability and you be like, you know what? Maybe I didn't do as good because of X, Y, and Z. Like take me for example, when I do my stand up thing, I know that every show is not gonna be a Kevin Hart standing up ovation, but not saying that I can't get that. But it's like every week or every show is a reflection. I just got to keep the consistency going.
That's all.
And accountability. Like maybe this joke might have worked here, but didn't work there because of my delivery. I'm taking accountability of, I delivered the joke the way that I could, but maybe it was some tweak or some improvement I could have did it to make it a little bit better. Instead of just thinking like, oh, well, this group laughed, but that group laughed, they probably just was too drunk. Yeah. Like, I'm not taking accountability. Like, everyone goes to comedy shows intoxicated, sober, or high. Like, at the end of the day, we all got the same emotion, which is laughing.
Regardless.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be able to. But that's the thing. I surround myself with people, like friends like you and Jeff. Like, I surround myself with people that tell me, and we all talk about, look, forget that. Kobe ain't scored 60 every night. Yeah. He had some hot nights, but he was in that gym every time. So just keep going and just keep doing you.
Yeah. And it's crazy that you just spoke on Kobe because I just saw, I don't know if you watched on Amazon the 81-point game, the Kobe Bryant joint.
Nah, I need to watch that.
They got that joint up there, and they was basically talking about, of course, that 81-point game, but like the start, like how he came in the league and how, he just kept going. He kept practicing. He kept, of course, he took accountability for what he done because he saw, like, I think it was his first couple of games, or like first 2-3 games, and like he didn't play good. Like they was basically manhandling. You know how it is with Angel Reese and what Kaden Clark going through right now as a rookie.
Yeah.
You know that
holding it down.
She is holding it down. Like she had 27 and 10 the last night or the other day. Yeah. So like just him experiencing that like woke him up, woke the Mamba up. That moment created the Mamba. Right. And like even they would say that in that video, that little documentary, because he saw that like, okay, I gotta play better, I gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta work harder, I gotta do it, man. They was saying how Kobe after practice still in the gym, how like he just different. He got a different grind, a different focus, and it's like. It's just different when it come down to Kobe. Like it's just it was just crazy how
he take accountability, knowing who he is, but he knowing how much more he has to be
and how much he can be. Right. And like he was, what I like about Kobe the most is he was also driven to make other people better. Like he wasn't just all right, this is my team. I know I can carry the team.
Right,
like,
my name.
Yeah, like he know he can carry the team. They know that he can carry the team, but he gonna tell you something that you don't even see in yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna show you something that you don't even
show
see
you how
yourself.
To take accountability.
And that's what a lot of players was saying and realizing. Like he was saying things, he was speaking things that I didn't even notice or see in myself. So like just that touching on that definitely. That's why I had to speak on it because I mean at the end of the day, no matter what you do, whether it's music, sports, regular job, taking out trash for it don't matter what you do. Whether you even breaking leads, you still got to take accountability.
Yeah.
So
this is another reason why people lack accountability. And it's the fact that they fear what will be expected of them and how they'll measure up. So what that means is they fear oftentimes of you give someone a task, and oftentimes people feel like that task that they have, because of the name, like we mentioned earlier, they don't feel like they can live up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, that's why I always tell people, never let like politics dictate your life. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing something good, they're going to say something about you. If you're doing something bad, they're going to say something about you. At the end of the day, the more you keep being you and the more opinions you get, clearly you're doing something right. And that's why people you gotta take this accountability and really mold into it and just understand that when you take accountability, there is a possible outcome that it might not be what you expected.
Yep.
But out of every outcome, that don't never say stop your consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing you.
Yeah,
Every time you
doing.
fail in life, it never says, "Oh, you failed, so you should just quit."
That's it. Yeah.
It's more so, okay, you failed, so what you gonna do now? You gonna let me win, or you just gonna keep
What's
working?
another route? Yep.
Yeah, or you gonna find another route. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people gotta just understand that you could do anything in this world that you want to do. It's just not no guarantee that you're gonna get it the first time. It might take the second, the third, a lot of repetition, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you gotta stay up at night, you gotta study, you gotta open your mind and study, you know what I'm saying, just study different things to live up to those expectations, live up to that task. And then boom.
They don't come easy. It definitely don't come easy.
Just like when you go into a job interview. You want that role, but you don't necessarily know what that role is gonna be once you get hired. But once they have the job descriptions, you feel like, you know what I'm saying, I can live up to that task. Now, granted, when you get hired from that job, them tasks that you have, they might be a little bit more broad. You might be doing something not, you know what I'm saying, not on the task, but that's just a learning skill for you to gain.
That's all, yep.
That's all it is, man. So now moving forward, we're gonna go to the importance of accountability. So one of the things that has importance of accountability is building trust and respect. So when individuals take responsibility for their actions, they earn the trust and respect of those around them.
Yeah.
So in the job field, you know, when the boss is there and they're doing like, you know, like an overview or like a, you know what I'm saying, giving you like the I'm trying to think of the word, evaluation. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're giving you like that evaluation. When you live up to those expectations and you know your role and you're able to deliver what you do on a Monday to Friday basis, now the boss is trusting you more.
Yeah.
Now they feel like they can give you another step up on the ladder.
Yeah, let's say more projects and more things
all from
to do.
You just taking accountability, you know?
Yep.
So it's just like people, once you take accountability, like I said, it make the people around you trust you more.
Yeah.
Like even with the bank, with your credit, you take good, you know what I'm saying, take well-being of your credit, they trust you with more money.
Yeah. And with accountability, like understand that accountability doesn't come in one form. And I say that in the sense of accountability is like constructive criticism.
Right.
So you have to, you know, take what the person is saying that is wrong or what's going on in the situation and make it better or make a difference out of the situation or don't do it the next time. And when it come down to like the jobs and everything, like when it came down to me, I'm gonna use me for example. My boss from my previous job when I was working at this IT joint, and he just kept nitpicking. At least that's what I thought.
Right.
He just kept coming, DeAndre, why you ain't got this done? DeAndre, why you ain't get this done? Why you ain't got this done? Why you ain't got this done? And I'm like, bro, you're giving me a million fucking projects. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get all this shit done?
Right.
Like, I don't have no help, my nigga. And I gotta answer calls, go help the people, on top of the other stuff I gotta get done, and do the new hires. Right. Like, I was doing all this stuff now on top of registering and provisioning phones and laptops.
Right.
That's just one motherfucker. That's just what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, nah, I feel that's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of, bro, in an 8-hour time span at that.
Yeah.
So like, it's, for me, it's like, I thought it was like he was bitching at me. He kept coming at me. He was nitpicking and he just trying to like find a way. And I'm like, you never talk about no positive shit. Like, you only find like what I'm not doing or why it's not done. And it's like, it's not like I couldn't get it done. I didn't have the time because I got to focus on this. So I got to focus on that. And really, I wasn't taking accountability for not only what I wasn't doing, but my time management and like the stuff that I needed to do. So like just really being able to realize that in that moment, like made our relationship better. And I understood where he was coming from, and he even understood what I was coming from. So, you know, and that made our relationship moving forward a lot smoother, a lot better. Cause now I know when he coming at me, it's not to, you know, to get on my ass. Yeah. Like he just trying to make me better as a person, as an IT tech.
Right.
So, and that's all that is, and that's all I'm, you know, what I'm trying to say is that if people bitching about something or keep telling you to stop doing this or take accountability or do this, that's because they see a bigger picture. They see better in you. They see more than what you're presenting them.
Right.
So
it's a difference when somebody try and get on you and not give you no free game. That's the difference.
Like,
stay away from them people that just want to complain and tell you what you're not doing,
What
but
you
not
not
helping you
doing.
get to the direction that you want to, you know what I'm saying, that you want to go. I stay away from people like that because
Facts.
anybody that the same criticism that you want to have, that you want to give me, should be twice as more help that you want to give as well to get me to where you think I should be going.
Exactly.
Instead of me, because nobody want to keep hearing, especially with the youth. That's another thing that we talked about in the previous episodes. Instead of us telling the youth about how much bad stuff that they're doing, let's more so try to show them the big picture. Like, show them it's okay
Show
to be
them what
cool.
the-
Show them you
yeah.
don't gotta be street. Show them it's
Yeah.
okay to go to college, even though college ain't for everybody. It's for some of y'all. And if it ain't for if college ain't for y'all, let's show y'all what is for y'all. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah,
Instead of just
facts.
telling them, yeah, but look, man, you don't go to school, you don't do this, you don't
Yeah.
do that, you don't do that, shawty, you need to just do this. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Like, even I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Cause
That's
like,
a fact.
you telling me all the negative things that I'm doing, but you ain't telling me nothing to
Nothing,
solve it. You know what I'm saying? These youngins, they 14, 15,
Yeah.
16. If it ain't sports or drawing or some type of extracurricular that they can really go to school for, they don't really know what they want to do.
That's all.
And that come from lack of exposure of seeing more of the world.
Mm-hmm. And not having the resources or outlets to see what you want to do or see what you're really good at.
Exactly.
That's what we lack at as a community as a whole. And I feel like that's a lack around the whole entire world. It's not even just a DMV thing. Like, I can focus on my city because I know what I see. But I feel like, it's a lot of other places that's in a way more worse crisis than us.
Right.
That's, experiencing the same thing, if not worse.
And they take accountability and
You know
still
what I'm
pushing
saying?
through that. Just think about the kids like in Africa and all those international countries that don't have the same resources of us, that but taking the most of their opportunity.
Yep. That's why they call us spoiled.
Definitely.
Us as in Americans.
Definitely. So another importance of accountability is the fact that it encourages learning and growth. So when individuals take ownership of their mistakes, they are likely to learn from them and grow as a result. So accountability is all about, recognizing and accepting your weaknesses, and it provides opportunity to develop new skills.
Mhm.
So like we spoke in earlier about the guy that was giving you a hard time, or just bosses in general that give you a hard time. When you live up to those expectations of them giving you a hard time, sometimes they sit back like, okay, cool, I was kind of hard on Joe, but he's putting the work in now.
Yeah.
So now let me step back, not say anything, and see if he just be able to do it on his own. And if he's doing it on a consistent basis, let's try to move him up. Let's test him out. Let's see if he can step up on the ladder.
Yeah.
But that all came from him taking accountability of his actions, and
Right.
people seeing that. It's your environment, like we said. The people around you, when they see it, they start to trust you more, and that's how you move up on the ladder.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Couldn't say it any better, brother.
And then the last one we have, it enhances your performance. So we pretty much just said that, but just enhances your performance, not even in the job field. Let's think about life. When you take accountability of yourself just as a man,
Mm-hmm.
you live life better. You're more confident. Your presence is more higher, and you start to develop more things and understand yourself and your purpose in life.
I was about to say, you feel like you got a purpose.
Yeah, you feel like you got a purpose. You develop your purpose. That's the one thing that, like we stress here. You have to get on your purpose in life.
Facts.
Stay away from the politics. Stay away from all the things that where it's always an opinion given. And just focus on your purpose, and just know that, you know what I'm saying, this road that I'm on, this journey that I'm on is me and God. And
That's
it's just
it.
like, that's it. Everything else is just, yeah, I'm going to take your opinion, I'm going to take your criticism. But if you ain't really trying to understand my journey and where I'm going, then, you know what I'm saying, keep it to yourself.
Support it.
Yeah, and support it. Keep it to yourself. I ain't trying to hear it, for sure. Because I'm on a mission. It's a tunnel vision. Every day, my dad always told me, when you get to certain ages, and every age that you go up, you realize that you got more days behind you than you have in front of you.
Yep.
So you just got to stay on your purpose and stay on you.
That's all.
Definitely, man. So that's it for now on the accountability. We're going to switch it over to the social life, man. So Sunday was the BET Awards.
Yeah.
You watched it?
I watched it. I didn't watch it. I seen like little clips of it on social media, and I tried, but Sunday was so busy. It was like the end of Holly's birthday, so like we was still out celebrating type shit. So I saw what I did see. Like I was telling you earlier, I saw the Taraji thing. I like that.
They not like her. She
the
killed
Lord-
that. Yeah, she killed that. Shout out to Taraji.
Because I mean, they and I feel like the people needed to hear that, because I mean, they matter. Like, actors matter. Like, their voices matter, and like that was the whole message behind that. Like, it's not about the money, and that's where I feel like people come wrong and come at the wrong angle, because it's like they think, oh, they just want to get more money, they want more money.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if that was the case, they would have been stopped this.
Right.
Like they would have never did this many movies and shows that they have
Yeah.
actually
This
done.
BET Award
So
definitely had a message
yeah,
behind it.
so
Yeah,
it
I
was
agree.
just it's bigger than like money. It's not about that because if that was the case, I feel like everybody probably would have went to Tyler Perry and see if they can get a role there.
Yeah.
As much movies and TV shows that he put out, he don't
Definitely.
need nobody. And I'm not saying that like he don't need nobody, he don't have nobody,
He
but
tapped in
he
his
has
purpose. His purpose.
he has his own
Yeah.
thing. He is his own studio, his own
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a bigger message, and I hope that they receive that message. I mean, partially because a lot of these TV shows are starting to come back on, but I hope with what Taraji did and said in that little rap that like that put the like the nailing on the coffin. Like,
Yeah.
all right, we hear you.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
we hear you because I mean they matter just like
Mhm.
Black Lives Matter and White Lives Matter and all these what lives matter. Actor lives matters too because I mean they're not doing this for nothing. They're not doing this for fun. They didn't go to school and get in debt for no reason. They're not missing time with their daughters or sons or even family members for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel as though like they should get supported. I mean, I feel like certain areas. I feel like certain areas they they dummy down the women,
Mhm.
but I also feel like they dummy down like people overall in whatever area, whatever that whether it's acting or basketball, football, whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing, like they dummy down whether you're a man or a female or even both. So
On a sports aspect, the Big Three League. It's ran by Ice Cube. I've been
Yup.
watching that recently. The Big Three leagues is really growing. I remember when it first started, it just had like the retired NBA players, but
Yeah.
it's starting to add a lot of YouTube people, like YouTube street hoopers, like Hezzy God, Nas, and a few others. So I definitely, if you're not tuned in, you're not watching no sports, the Big Three League is definitely something that's worth the watch. Like definitely, if you're paying attention to how it's starting and how it's growing, you see that mix up of we got these retired NBA players and these street hoopers. So it's kind of like an NBA street type of thing. Remember that game that we used to play growing up, NBA Streets? It's kind of like that vibe now, and that's pretty much like what's selling the seats because a lot of people you get to see your favorite people on YouTube. Your favorite people used to watching the NBA, those clashing, playing in the street ball atmosphere. It's like you getting like the mixture of like the Goodman, the Dykeman League, all of that on national
All
TV
that
in one,
in
just
one.
on a more so of like a superstar standpoint.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
And while we touching on basketball, man, shout out the Goodman League and shout out the Watts,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Watts
Shout
League
out,
too.
definitely.
Keep doing y'all thing, man. If y'all ain't check out a game, make sure y'all go down to Farms. Make sure y'all go down Watts. Go check out them games every weekday. I think every weekend too. But it's always live down there. Good vibes and everything. It's been a lot. Um, it's been a lot. It's been better. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it's been better.
Yeah, they
It's been better.
starting to
Yeah.
broadcast it more. Like I'm
Yeah.
subscribed to the Watts TV channel,
Yeah.
so I'll be watching it in the house.
Even when it come down to this safety and everything,
Yeah.
It's a lot safer and a lot better. Miles got it real secure. Shout out to Miles.
Shout out Miles, man.
Because I mean, a lot of innocent people. Rest in peace, Vaughn. That was my boy. He passed away down there, and
Yeah.
that one was hard. Like that was hard because it was unexpected,
Mhm.
and then it was like he was just at a basketball game, just trying to have fun, enjoy himself, be himself, and just watch a basketball game. And now he's not here today to raise his son. So but from then to now, it has gotten a lot better. I
Right.
will say, I even been down there, like, and I will say Miles got the streets blocked off and everything. I'm not saying that nothing can't still happen, but
Yeah,
it's
but
very rare
Yeah.
because of how much the capacity of the police department is
Right.
down there.
And how much well respected the league is. Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's and also the neighborhood. It's sad to say, but the neighborhood is not is tore down. So
Yeah.
a lot of that came from that as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
We're not bashing nothing, but at the same time, that's where we're not about to sit here and act like the people in the game or people that was watching the game brung this to the. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nah. So just check it out, man. It's good vibes. They got food vendors down there to Gator vendor and all of the other vendors, food vendors that be down there to get some good food. Whether you want some good fried food, soul food, anything.
Definitely, man. So before we close out, man, you know we always end it off with a quote, man. This time, instead of us telling y'all what the quote means to us, we're gonna more so read a quote to you guys about accountability, so you can understand the importance and why you should be taking accountability. If you haven't been taking accountability, be honest about yourself. After you watch this, ask yourself: have I been taking accountability for my actions?
Mm-hmm.
Be real. The realest person that you know is yourself. So if you ain't gonna start off being real with
I know I
yourself,
haven't. Not all of mine.
if you know you ain't gonna be real with yourself, then how you gonna expect somebody else to be real with you,
You
right?
feel me?
So the first quote that I want to read is, "Never promise more than you can perform." The second quote: "Leaders inspire accountability through their ability to accept responsibility before they place blame." And Dre, you can take the last one.
The last one say the worst thing that can happen to you as a young person is to refuse to grow up. You refuse to grow up when you believe that someone else must take responsibility for your life and life circumstances. Let that sink and sit in.
Let that sink in, man. Think about that, man. But as y'all may know, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. This is Vibes from the South.
Yep.
I am your co-host, Kels.
And it's Dre.
And this is
Vibes from the South.
Catch y'all at the next one.
Gang.